Hi guys, Deb Acker here, back with another video. And the title of today's video is how to know if someone is the one. So if you are new to this work and new to this series, I'm an intuitive coach and I work mainly with women to help them to heal their past, heal their childhood patterns, specifically around abandonment and the abandonment that can show up when we have physically and or emotionally unavailable parents, right? And if you grew up in an environment with some kind of trauma, and or physically and or emotionally unavailable parents, whether that was through addiction, whether that was through divorce, whether that was through a loss, or even just them working a lot of times in those environments, we are conditioned to do anything to get their attention and to do anything to get their love, right? And what happens through the process of that is we shut down our own inner knowing, right? We shut down our own inner guidance system, right? And so when we start to go out into the world and we're searching for love, a lot of times, first of all, we have that awareness right when we first meet someone, right? If someone could be the one, or if flat out they're not the one and we are kind of just, going through the motions or killing time, so to speak, by dating them, right? So first and foremost, I would encourage you when you're trying to determine if someone is the one for you, just go back, remember that, that first meeting or those first few meetings and that feeling you had around, could this person be your person or was absolutely not your person, right? So again, that can always change, that can always shift, but I feel like we have a guidance system, and that guidance system really from the get-go always knows what's right and what's wrong for us, right? So that's definitely an important piece. And then along with this, I think, the title of this video is really if someone is the one, but I would also encourage you to look at the flip side of that, right? And that feeling of if someone isn't the one. So again, one of the things we can do that's really, really simple is just to close your eyes and get really, really present, just taking some nice big deep breaths into your body. And then just asking yourself, is this person not the one, right? Because I think deep down, like buried underneath the layers, right? And those layers were created because again, if we were to know the truth in our environments, a lot of times, we wouldn't have felt safe, right? We had to sort of block ourselves from knowing the truth in those environments because if we didn't, fear of abandonment, fear of not being loved, where will we end up? We might end up out on the streets, right? So just simply closing your eyes and just taking some nice, big, deep breaths into your body and just exhaling out and just tuning in right now and seeing what awareness comes up, right? Is this person the one or is this person not the one, right? You can ask it on either end of the board and see what awarenesses drop in. The other thing that you can do, right, is to really ask for guidance on this. We all have guidance around us, and when we ask and we're willing to ask for guidance, we can get more clarity, right? So you could say out loud, show me if this person is the one. And you could say the flip side of that, show me that this person is not the one, right? And also show me if this person is the one for now. Because so much of the time, we get conditioned to thinking someone is our person or someone, they either are it for the lifetime or they're not it, right? And a lot of times, we need the lessons that that person can give us to really attract and magnetize and meet our one. Right? So they could be the one for now and really tuning into that and respecting that and honoring that. So it's not about, okay, I got to break up with them because they're not the one forever, right? Going, okay, what lessons is this person here to teach me? Allow that person to teach you those lessons. And then, obviously, moving on. Years ago, I did a video on practice relationships, right? And I talk a lot about this in my book, Living Deeply, but, really being willing to look at, okay, all of our relationships are really practice relationships until they're not. And even when you meet your person, you're still going to be practicing intimacy, practicing communication. How do you work through conflict? You're going to be practicing in relationship your whole life. And so, as part of that, really recognizing and sort of letting yourself off the hook, because, as a society, we are conditioned to think, okay, I'm either successful because this relationship works out or I'm not successful because this relationship doesn't work out. And that is not really a healthy way to look at something, right? Because then it's sort of like, to quote unquote be successful by society's standards, you might stay in a relationship that's not really right for you or right for you in the long term, right? So being able to start to look at things, and I am all about being in relationship with someone. So, you know, you may or may not have these answers as you go into it. You may or not even have these answers 1 or 2 or 3 months into it, right? But just starting to get the clarity of like, okay, is this person my one? Is this person my one for right now? And again, using some of the tools I walked you through in this video to really determine what your relationship with this person would look like and really what's right for you around this relationship. So if you are enjoying this series, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It is my goal for all of these videos to give you awarenesses and tools and practices that maybe you've never heard before, or awarenesses or pieces of consciousness that you may not be, have heard, you know, in the past that can support you on your journey in life and love and relationships. So until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.